time for a real world test of the Pecron Alternator charger that charges the Pecron battery packs. So I got this all wired up in my truck, and so this battery is coming from the alternator back, plugged into the box. The box is on, and then I have two different options here. I have the box plugged into my wire that goes around to the hitch area, or I can unplug these and plug it directly into the adapter and put the Pecron right here, which I'm about to do for a trip next week. So the wire that's fused comes down to right here with this plug. I forget what the plug's called, I'll put it down below. I gooped it all up with dielectric grease so it shouldn't get too salty. Plugs into here, and I put like 4 or 5 feet extra. So this is like, well, I'm in my garage and I parked far enough out that I can shut the door. But like a real world, when I'm parked, if I unhooked, my truck is generally in the vicinity of the front of the trailer. So I've got like 4 or 5 feet here, but I can finagle another foot or so out of the back area. But this is all that's left out of a 50-foot cable. So going from here to here, and then here, all the way back to the back of my trailer, up through, comes out here. Actually, I used the they already had a grommet installed for the propane line for the water heater, so I came up through here, blew a hole in the side of this box, and it comes out. There's an extra couple, I don't know, there's another foot or so back there, so I can put this anywhere inside of this bay. So I've got this hooked into my truck, and my truck is running, and it says full. So I'm going to turn on the trailer, which I have like a little dehumidifier in there. So in theory, this should come up and my input should come on. I might go turn on the fridge too. 1 second. And there we have it. So that's proof that you can alternator charge from your vehicle all the way back to the back of your travel trailer while you're going down the road. Why is this handy? The fridge draws like 350 watts, and then I've got a dehumidifier in there that draws like 150. So in theory, I can run down the road running off this Pecron and keep it full the whole trip, which is kind of cool, especially if you are on the road a lot, you don't like using up all your propane to run the fridge, or you don't have a dual fuel fridge. You can run off of AC while you're driving and top off your battery, so when you get to wherever you're boondocking, your battery's already full. So thumbs up, A+ on this one. Totally worth doing. I'm glad I did it. I will always have some iteration of this on all RVs I have from now on, so highly recommend you go out and work on something. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to talk through this time lapse of me installing the Pecron Alternator charger into my Expedition, and then from the front to the back of my trailer. So I started at the front up by the battery. This Pecron install kit came with, I think it was like 15 feet of 7-gauge cable, and it's actually really nice cable. I was going to make my own. When this package got delivered, that it was nicely wrapped in conduit or like a wire protection, and it came with its own fuse, and it was really nice. So I just used it the way it was. Here you can see where I hooked it up to my battery. I'm a spoiled little princess, so I put it on my lift and lifted it up. I did run it down the passenger side wheel well to the top of the frame. There's kind of some brake lines and some air conditioning lines there. You can see right here, the black and red wire going down the kind of around the air conditioning lines, and I just stuck it out the bottom. And then obviously you can do this on the ground too, but I just ran it on the inside of the frame, right where the cold side, the large line on the air conditioning is. And it should be just far enough away from the exhaust to not get too hot. So I loosely zip tied it all the way to the back, and then I lowered it so I could get in the trunk and figure out where I was going to make a bigger hole through the floorboard. So here you can see I found a small round hole here in the circle and made it a much larger hole. And that was right above like where the rear shock strut is on the inside. So I drilled the hole, I cleaned it up, I stuck the wire up through there, and it comes out right in front of my little tool storage box that I built there. And now I'm raising it up again, so the output wire from the alternator charger is going to go back through that same hole around the front of the spare tire and back to the receiver hitch area. So here I've got the wire coming out, shoving it up through the floor, and then I was kind of going around. I believe I went around kind of where the emergency brake cables are. I forgot to take a picture of it. And here you can see the wires going in and out. Notice I put a piece of rubber hose around it where it goes through the floor so it can't get chafed. I didn't have an appropriate size grommet, but a piece of like rubber radiator hose did really well. So I ran around to the hitch, and now you can see I'm putting MC4 connectors on there. And these are like the standard solar connectors, and I'm going to put a link below where you can buy them in like 10 packs on Amazon. They do require a special crimper though, so I was using a special crimper here to crimp those fittings. Always put everything in conduit, just so it can't get rubbed. I put a fuse up by the charger where it comes out of the charger, and I also put it in conduit. This is all for safety so your vehicle doesn't burn to the ground. Here you can see I just zip tied it to the trailer wiring harness, and it comes out right where the 4-prong trailer wire is. Here I pre-wired on the bench the rear bay connection of my trailer side of the wire. So I strung it all out, and then I started at the back of the camper. I put everything inside of convoluted tubing to protect it. I kind of had some existing propane lines that I followed from the back of the trailer to the front of the trailer, making sure everything's zip tied up, bend out of the way, and not where it would get squished or pinched or necked. Lots of zip ties. Put them on loosely at first so you can adjust as needed. Here I'm running up to the hitch area. And putting on, these are the 45 amp Anderson, I think they're called Anderson Powerpole connectors. I put a link to those below. But these are pretty cool connectors. They're a little bit hard to get inside the casing. You can see where I was kind of staring at it for a second there. I had to get a different pair of pliers to squish it a little bit more to get it to fit in the hole. And then here it is attached to the truck. I left about 5 or 6 feet in the front. And there you have it. We are charging from the alternator all the way to the back of the trailer.